So obviously, with how everything has been going on in the WWE, there's a whole lot of, I feel, topics that are just been, I haven't covered or I haven't expressed my obviously opinion on everything that's going on in the WWE. I thought I'd make this video obviously giving my 2 cents on the whole issues that have been taking place. Number one would be SummerSlam. SummerSlam, I have mentioned in my videos the fact that it's going to be a 2 night extravaganza. I personally feel that it takes away from the aura, so to say, of what WrestleMania is supposed to be. I feel like they're just doing a repeat of WrestleMania, but under a different pay-per-view or PLE name. Personally, I don't like this move to have SummerSlam as a 2 night extravaganza or a 2 night or a 2 day extravaganza. Personally, I would have left SummerSlam at a 1 night event, and cause what's to say the fact that they are not going to take the big three and make them two 2 night extravaganzas. They started with WrestleMania. You've got SummerSlam now. Who's to say the Royal Rumble won't be next? Obviously, these being the big three main events, big three PLEs that every fan is more interested in than any other of the PLEs that are basically on the card. So that was the first one for me. Basically, SummerSlam being a 2 night event. The second one is the fact that they're taking WrestleMania back to the same location that they hosted it the previous year. It's it's just so I don't know. Given what you saw in Saudi Arabia, with how the crowds had welcomed and been so happy for the WWE bringing an event like Night of Champions to Saudi Arabia, and how the international crowds react more, wouldn't it be better to keep to the tradition of what we have been doing with WrestleMania? WrestleMania cannot be hosted in the same city twice in 2 consecutive years. It needs to move to obviously give. I don't know how many times the people in Australia have asked for WrestleMania to come through to them. I don't know how many times the people in Scotland, obviously in Drew McIntyre's hometown, have asked for WrestleMania to be hosted in that. So for me, like I said, it's a huge issue that I don't think WWE are looking. Obviously, they're looking at it from a business point of view, a lucrative point of view, being that Las Vegas was obviously what Triple H said in his promo, it being the most successful WrestleMania. And obviously, you're gonna have two sides of the story. You're gonna have fans who are like pure wrestling fans that say, you know what, the wrestling matches on those cards did not live up to what we were expecting, and 1, 2, 3, 4 match obviously saved night one, and 1, 2, 3, 4 match saved night two. But to have it go back to the same location as it was the following year, for me on my side, it's a bad decision, and I don't think they're getting enough backlash for the decision that they've made. Let's keep to the tradition of having WrestleMania in different stadiums in different locations every single year. And it'll be interesting to see how it's received in Las Vegas. Are we going to be getting something familiar to what we got in the previous WrestleMania? Because obviously, yeah, nah, for me, it's a no. It's a huge no for me. The fact that they want to take it back to Las Vegas, but it's already confirmed. Obviously, we're gonna be tuning in to check out how it all goes down. But for me personally, I don't like the idea of WrestleMania being hosted again in Las Vegas. The other issue that I'm having is Survivor Series. I feel like Survivor Series should go back to which brand is the strongest. Um, this whole war games for the past couple of, ever since it was introduced as a tool to further the bloodline. So it wasn't war games, it was bloodline games basically. I think maybe this year they might have a different approach to it. We'll see how all of that goes, given the fact that Solo Sokoa has built his own faction. Jacob Fatu might also be building a faction going forward. Obviously, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, CM Punk being maybe the center of attention for that War Games matchup. But personally, I feel we should bring back the traditional 5-on-5 men's elimination for Survivor Series. Obviously, WWE has acquired, I would say, two new companies under their umbrella, that obviously being TNA and AAA. So, wouldn't it have been better to have in one corner WWE, the other corner TNA, and the other corner AAA? Five top champions from WWE, five top champions from NXT, five top champions from AAA. 5-on-5 to see who's the most dominant. Obviously, get the champions on AAA and TNA a chance to shine on one of WWE's most, I would say, one of the biggest PLEs in Survivor Series. So, I don't know. I'm over the whole War Games. At this point in time, it seems like anything that has to do with the furthering of money and getting more money to the company is taken into consideration rather than what is asked for by the fans, because they don't believe that it might make as much money as what the fans are maybe suggesting. But for me, it all comes down to the fact that in the WWE now, are we having a problem where storyline and matches take a back seat to cash, to profit? And how badly does it need to get for them to actually start listening to fans and to start actually saying, you know what, as much as we would like to push for a target, it doesn't help we push for a target, but our target market isn't watching the show. But yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think of the three topics that I just brought up. How do you feel about SummerSlam being a 2-night event? How do you feel about Wrestlemania being hosted twice in the same city in 2 consecutive years? And would you rather have the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series match than the War Games that we keep getting for the past 2 years? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk more wrestling. As always, it's Simon Says. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share the channel. Peace.